3, 2, 1, go.
Dos.
Hello!
Hello.
Today we're going to show you how we made these fridge
Fridge
magnets. Follow along.
Why young?
This is my first time sculpting, so I did a bit of research before diving in. I learned about a clay called Epoxy Sculpt, which gives you 1 to 3 hours of sculpting time before it begins to harden. It's a 2-part mixture and you need equal amounts of each part until the color is uniform and you can begin sculpting. For me, this took about 5 minutes. Previously, I sketched out the outlines for the 2 magnets I wanted to create. I began shaping the clay to form the basic outline while using the sketches as a reference. Once the base shape was ready, I moved on to adding in the details. To help with the finer work, I used a few tools from a clay sculpting kit I got off on Amazon. I'll link all the materials I used in the description below. While the tools weren't absolutely essential, they made the process so much smoother and made me feel like a pro. I discovered that adding a little water helped with smoothing the surface and removing any ridges or imperfections. Once I was happy with the design, I carved in some simple text, just the numbers 1 and 2. Thankfully, nothing too complicated. In retrospect, I would use a non-stick surface instead of paper. Removing the clay from the paper required a lot of effort, and I ended up losing some of the details I had carved earlier, which I had to redo. But hey, live and learn, right? Next, I embedded a small round magnet and added a nail for support. To keep the internals concealed, I covered both the magnet and the nail with some more clay. I then let the piece dry for about a day. Once it was dry, I used my Coolio engraver tool to refine the details and smooth out any rough edges that were left behind. Then came the fun part, painting. I have previous experience with painting using acrylics, so I just used some acrylic paints that were lying around. I started with a primer for the first coat and ended up applying 4 to 5 coats in total to achieve a vibrant 3D cartoony effect. My daughter even stepped in to help for some parts. Once the base coats were painted, I added in the highlights and final touches. The final step was to seal the piece with some varnish. I opted to use glossy instead of matte to achieve that shiny, polished fridge magnety effect. Here's how the finished magnets turned out. I'm really pleased with the result. Let's see how they look on the fridge. And that's it. That's how I made these goofy little fridge magnets. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.